Guyana has rapidly emerged as one of the leading oil producers globally, but it now faces a pivotal moment, with forecasts suggesting production might exceed 1 million barrels per day by 2025. The impact of Trump's presidency could pose challenges for Guyana's oil future. As the U.S. seeks to boost domestic oil production, Guyana's primary export market may dwindle, potentially lowering global oil prices and threatening the nation's economic stability. In this video, we will examine the risks, opportunities, and strategies Guyana needs to consider while navigating a volatile global energy market. Guyana's oil discoveries have propelled its economy forward in a short time, though the scale of production is sometimes undervalued. Since beginning production in 2019, the small nation has quickly become a significant player in the global energy sector. By 2024, production reached 660,000 barrels per day, with expectations that it will exceed 1 million barrels daily in 2025. This remarkable reserve scale has positioned Guyana among the elite oil producers, making it the third largest per capita crude oil producer in the world, showcasing its substantial economic transformation. However, managing oil wealth is fraught with challenges, as many nations have struggled with this. The oil sector is highly sensitive to global market fluctuations. With Trump's drill baby drill energy policy, Guyana may face considerable headwinds. It's well known that Trump's administration is largely skeptical of renewable energy initiatives. His America First energy strategy aims to harness American energy by ramping up oil and gas drilling. Trump has already begun rolling back regulations on fossil fuel extraction and has committed to opening federal lands for exploration, which has led to increased domestic oil and gas production. Yet rising oil output in the U.S. impacts more than just America. Global oil production has surged, particularly among non-OPEC+ nations. In 2024, production outside OPEC+ increased by 1.8 million barrels per day, undermining OPEC+ production cuts, boosting supply, and driving prices down. This trend is anticipated to persist as the US and other countries like Canada, Brazil, and Nigeria enhance their production. Consequently, Guyana faces the dual challenge of decreased demand from the US and the negative impact of lower oil prices. Recently, BP, the UK oil and gas giant, announced it would cut its renewable energy investments in favor of boosting oil and gas production to $10 billion annually. In the context of a more energy-independent United States and a rise in oil and gas production, Guyana's rapidly expanding oil sector faces numerous challenges and risks that demand careful evaluation and strategic planning. Before diving into these issues, if you find this video valuable, please like and subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you. First, it's important to note that the United States has been the largest export market for Guyana's crude oil. Approximately 25% of Guyana's crude is sent to the U.S., particularly to refineries in Texas, with exports estimated around 100,000 barrels per day. This increasing dependence on the U.S. market exposes Guyana to potential risks from shifts in U.S. energy policies or market conditions. With the Trump administration declaring an energy emergency on its first day and advocating for increased domestic oil production, it's not surprising that U.S. oil production has reached record highs. However, this situation poses risks beyond merely losing the largest export partner for Guyana. The surge in U.S. production has already contributed to a decline in global oil prices and future forecasts. Crude oil prices are experiencing volatility as U.S. production exerts pressure on the market, with prices now falling below $100 per barrel. For Guyana, as a newer participant in the oil industry, this could hinder the country's rapid growth. The IMF projects a significant slowdown in Guyana's real GDP growth to around 10.25% in 2025, in stark contrast to the remarkable growth rates of around 47% from 2022 to 2024. This dramatic economic transformation raises concerns about the resource curse. With President Trump poised to make significant changes in global energy policy, Guyana must find a balance between utilizing its oil wealth for development and avoiding excessive dependence on the oil sector. Guyana's swift rise as a major oil producer requires meticulous strategic planning to ensure sustainable development in the long run. Given the uncertainty of reliance on the U.S., Guyana should explore alternative opportunities and partnerships. One clear option is the EU, especially with recent developments indicating Trump's intent to impose 20% tariffs on the bloc. Exports to Europe make up 43% of Guyana's crude oil shipments, opening avenues for stronger energy relations. Additionally, Guyana is positioning itself as a hub for regional energy integration. The government's long-term strategy for oil and gas aims to connect with northern Brazil, Suriname, and CARICOM countries, placing Guyana at the center of this initiative. Moreover, Guyana and the Dominican Republic are advancing plans to establish a fertilizer plant and potentially a refinery in Guyana. This will help shield the country from external shocks and enhance downstream economic activities, such as petrochemicals and agriculture. By intensifying regional integration efforts, Guyana can strengthen its economic connections with neighboring nations and diversify its revenue sources beyond oil exports. While oil production has propelled Guyana into the spotlight, diversification is essential for sound economic management, and investment in other sectors is crucial. The Guyanese government, led by President Ali, has acknowledged this necessity, highlighting the importance of developing various segments of the economy to ensure long-term stability. In 2024, sectors such as agriculture, construction, financial services, and the digital economy saw significant growth, with extractive industries like mining and quarrying expanding by 55.9% and manufacturing by 13.5%. Currently, Guyana is at a pivotal point as it navigates the challenges of becoming a major oil producer in a rapidly changing global energy environment. The potential effects of the Trump presidency on U.S. energy policies introduce additional uncertainty to an already complex situation. As the largest importer of Guyanese crude oil, the U.S. represents a precarious and volatile partner. With projections indicating that Guyana's oil production could surpass 1.2 million barrels per day by 2028, the country must carefully balance the immediate financial benefits of oil revenues with the need for economic resilience. The ongoing fluctuations in global oil markets and the implications of Trump's policies present further challenges that Guyana must address. Now is the critical moment for the country to effectively manage its newfound oil wealth. Strategies such as expanding into alternative markets, establishing itself as a regional energy hub, and pursuing economic diversification beyond oil are all vital. Guyana is certainly well positioned to achieve outcomes similar to those of successful Nordic oil nations like Norway. The future looks promising for Guyana. Through careful diversification and strategic planning, the country can transform challenges into opportunities for a brighter tomorrow. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing Guyana in managing its oil wealth? Do you believe that economic diversification is the key to long-term success? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, check out our video on the oil conflict between Guyana and Venezuela. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights about Guyana and the Caribbean. Make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll see you in the next video.